If your ideal summer day looks less like standing in a long line and more like aspen groves, open meadows, granite outcroppings, and maybe an elk sighting if you get lucky, Mueller State Park deserves a spot on your list. Hi, I'm James Dean with the James Dean Mountain Homes team, and we are your local mountain and Colorado real estate experts. We absolutely love answering your questions about the area. So if you're buying, selling, or just curious about the Pikes Peak region, reach out. You can call or text us at 719-266-2725 or email at info@jdmariet.net. Check the link below for our two free resources, the Pikes Peak Relocation Guide and the Buy Local Guide. You can also head to www.jdmountainhome.com to start your home search and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Today, we're talking about Mueller State Park in the summer because this is one of the easiest ways to get a real Teller County mountain day without needing some giant itinerary. Mueller State Park spans 5,121 acres on the western foothills of Pikes Peak near Divide. Right away, that tells you why the place feels so different from a quick roadside pull-off. You have a lot of room here. The scenery changes as you move through the park, from mixed forest to open grassland to massive granite outcroppings. And it gives the entire visit a sense that you're exploring instead of just checking off one viewpoint. One thing I like about Mueller in summer is that it works for several different kinds of days. If you want a quiet morning, you can get there very early and enjoy the cooler part of the day with fewer people around. If you want a more relaxed outing, you can build that visit around the picnic. Some easy time outside and a few scenic stops. And if you want a fuller day, the official park page highlights hiking, mountain biking, horseback riding, camping, wildlife viewing, and nature photography. So there is more than enough to fill the schedule. Now, if you're planning your timing, the official park hours are daily from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. And the office or visitor center hours are daily from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The long park window is useful in summer days. Early morning gives you cooler temperatures and softer light, and the late afternoon into evening can be beautiful when the meadows and trees start glowing. If you want maps, current conditions, or just a better sense of where to start, the visitor center hours are worth knowing before you drive up. The wildlife piece is another reason Mueller stands out. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says elk, black bear, eagles, and hawks roam the park. And that alone changes the feel of the day. You're not just walking through a pretty scenery. You're in a living landscape where there's always the possibility that something memorable shows up if you stay patient and pay attention. That does not mean every visit turns into a wildlife documentary, of course, but it does mean the park rewards people who slow down a little. A practical note here: enjoy wildlife from a respectful distance and let the encounter stay calm. The fun of Mueller is seeing the landscape on its own terms, not forcing a closer look. Sometimes the best moment is simply spotting movement across the meadow and realizing how much space these animals actually have out here. Another reason this makes a great summer topic is how flexible the park feels for groups. Some people want to trail, some want photos, some want to sit with coffee and look at the trees. Some want to make a whole weekend out of it with camping. Mueller can absorb all those different moods without feeling crowded into one narrow experience. And visually, it is a strong day. The official park page describes spring-fed meadows, mixed forests, and massive rock outcroppings of Pikes Peak granite. And that is exactly the kind of mix that keeps the scenery changing on you. 1 minute, you're in the trees. The next, you have a broad view across open ground. And then suddenly, the granite starts stealing that shot. If you enjoy photography or even you just want your camera phone to have a good day, summer at Mueller makes that pretty easy. For first-time visitors, the simplest advice is this: do not treat Mueller like a quick stop between other plans. It works better when you give it room in the day. Pack water, bring layers, even if it feels warm when you leave town, and expect the mountain pace to be the point. Walk a little slower, stop more often, look out over the meadows instead of rushing to the next thing. If you're the kind of person who wants a summer outing that feels restorative instead of overprogrammed, Mueller is a strong answer. There's enough structure to make it easy, thanks to clear hours and official park information, but there's also enough open space that the day can feel personal. Maybe your version is a short trail and a picnic. Maybe it's a camera and a wildlife watch. Maybe it is simply driving up, breathing different air for a few hours, and heading home feeling better than when you left. That is really the charm here. Mueller State Park is not trying to overwhelm you. It's giving you forest, meadow, rock, wildlife, and time. In summer, it's a pretty good combination in Teller County. Before we go, I just want to say that if you have any questions about buying or selling or really anything about the Pikes Peak region, please don't hesitate to reach out to my team and I. You can call us or text us at 719-266-2725, or you can email us at info@jdmurrayt.net. And don't forget, we also have 2 free resources for you. You can click below: the Pikes Peak Relocation Guide and the Buy Local Guide. Plus, don't forget to also check out our website at www.jdmountainhome.com, where both of these free resources are, as well as a ton of information about our area and a place you can start a search for homes here. Lastly, make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. I'll see you guys next time.